Hey, welcome to Cow Free Kicks. This video is all about a retro drop from Adidas. It is the Adidas ADISTAR Control 5s. Welcome to the channel. When I review a pair of sneakers, I always look into 5 different categories that I think are really important when you're making that decision into buying a new pair of kicks. And then at the end of the video, I will give these Adidas ADISTAR Control 5s an overall rating out of 5 stars. And if you do like what you see as you're going along, please do not forget to click the little thumbs up right button below on your device. And whilst you're down there, if you've not done so already, please do take time to subscribe to the channel. All of the support is greatly appreciated. So let's start this review off as I always do by first checking them out on feet. The Adidas ADISTAR Control 5s are currently available in 4 different colorways through selected retailers because they're not actually due for release through the Adidas website and app until early June. So you're gonna have to wait about a week or so before these are officially released, but they are currently available early through selected retailers. And I really like the way they look in hand and on feet, and that's probably no surprise if you've watched a lot of my videos because I'm a massive fan of the 90s and the 2000s runner aesthetic. And these were originally released back in 2008 and they've been re-released by Adidas, and I do think they've definitely got a place in today's sneaker culture because of the massive following that there is currently for retro runners. Now I do really like what they've done with the upper. There's really nice overlays. On this particular colorway, you've got them in metallic around the toe box and the forefoot. Then you've got this 3-stripe branding, which also doubles up as the lace loops for these round laces that you get with these ADISTAR Control 5s. That all comes up to a huge tongue. It really does flatten out, almost like a tongue you'd expect on a football shoe. It's really wide at the top of the shoe with a little bit of Adidas ADISTAR branding towards the top of the tongue. As you move towards the rear of the sneaker, you can see that there's some 4Motion branding and Adidas branding on the heel for these as well. And if you move towards the inside of the foot, it's pretty much a replica of the outside of the foot, other than the fact that you get some kind of chicken wire honeycomb detailing on the inside of the midsole that doesn't appear on the outside of the midsole because you've got this 4Motion air bubble technology that sits within this Adiprene midsole unit. And as well as that, you've also got the torsion system that is in there for stability, which is this plastic section here that you can see run underneath this Adiwear rubberized outsole unit. All in all, there's a lot going on with the upper of this sneaker. All of these metallic overlays sit on top of this very open weave honeycomb mesh detailing that underpins everything on the upper of the shoe. And I do really like the way that they look. I think there's a lot going on, but I do think it's not too overstimulating. I think I really do like the look of these in hand and on feet. My favorite colorway has got to be like the white with the silver metallic hits. This one's possibly got a bit too much going on, but I do like them either way. Now, I really want to talk more about their comfort by putting this multi-layered midsole to the test on my back doorstep. So many things going on with these ADISTAR Control 5 midsoles, and they're just like the retros. They've included every element that you used to get back then, starting with the main foam that they've used for the midsole unit, which is the firmer Adiprene midsole, and then that is coupled with the fact that you get the torsion system, which is better displayed on the inside of the foot with this plastic detailing that runs through the middle of the shoe, which stops foot roll, which means that you have an incredibly rigid and stable shoe. You've also got the Pro moderator that's built into the heel unit, as well as the 4Motion air bubble you can see here, and it's also detailed on the outsole of the sneaker as well, with these small pockets here that go straight up through to that air bubble unit. That equates to, as you can see from the step test, a slightly firmer ride Because Adiprene is quite a firm midsole anyway, and the fact you've got that coupled with the plated torsion system and an air bubble unit as well, they do ride firmer, but I actually really like the way they feel underfoot. There's just enough give and bounce to make them nice and comfortable, but they do ride on the firmer side, so don't expect these to be cloud-like because you're not going to get that. And like I've shown already, they're very firm and very rigid and very stable, so they are going to offer a nice, comfortable, stable ride underfoot. On top of your feet, they're absolutely dreamlike. Huge amount of foam detailing, just like the originals around the heel. The tongue is massive and really nicely padded, and this soft mesh is underlined with an even softer mesh that your feet slip into very nicely. Now, sizing is very important with these. I went half a size up because I know that with Adidas shoes, they normally come up half a size too small for me, especially when it comes to their retro runners. So I went half a size up. I would say anyone really that wants to buy these needs to go half a size up, and that's because there just isn't the length in these in standard sizing, and also I've got slightly wider than average feet, and whilst the toe box is wide, there's quite a lot of padding with this shoe, so definitely going half a size up is what I'd say for anyone that's got slightly wider than average feet, or if you're concerned that the length might be just a bit too short. Now I want to talk more about their weight, where I want to put them on the scales. And this is the real downfall for the retro runners that I find in general, and these ADISTAR Control 5s from Adidas, and that's the fact that they weigh 412 grams per shoe. That's a very heavy shoe. I think anything below 350 grams is lightweight, anything below 300 grams is freakishly lightweight, and anything above 400 grams, you're entering the heavyweight category, and these are a heavy shoe. And because these are really predominantly a lifestyle shoe, I wouldn't really see anyone working out on these, mainly because of their weight and because there's many more comfortable shoes out there. I do think that you are going to have to consider that if you are going to wear these out and about, and these aren't a winter shoe, which we'll see more now in the breathability section, where I pump this upper full of smoke to see how breathable it is. And that's why they're not a winter shoe. You can see from the smoke test that this really open weave honeycomb mesh upper offers great breathability. The smoke escaped incredibly quickly and in huge amounts, especially from the toe box area and also from the areas where the mesh is exposed within the middle of the foot too. So they're going to offer great breathability. Now, unfortunately, with their weight and the amount of overlays they've got, that's not going to transfer very well into a winterized shoe. So you are going to probably want to wear these more in the summer months, which means they are going to weigh you down a little bit, but they are going to offer you really, really nice breathability. And that's going to move me on to their price. Now, the price point for these, if it's correct from the retailer I bought them from, is £100. Now, I think that is an insanely good price for a shoe that I think looks really good in hand and on feet. I really like the comfort that they offer. They're incredibly breathable, but they just weigh a bit too much. So overall, for that price, I don't think I would change it too much, because for what they're charging you, I think you're getting a really nice shoe. And that's going to bring me on to a score for these, and I'm going to give them a really strong 4 stars. And the only reason I'm not going to give them 5 is because of the fact that I think they just weigh a bit too much. If they could have reduced that by like 20-30 grams, I think that would have been a great job. But obviously you've got a lot going on with this, and they do feel quite heavy in hand, and I do think that will translate into feeling a little bit heavier if you are going to wear these throughout the day. Now, if you've liked what we've seen today, please do not forget to give the video a big thumbs up right before you leave. You can also follow me on Instagram, drop any comments below, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye.